Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, I'm inside because it is raining outdoors at the moment, so I'm going to review the Q25. This is an RC car with an FPV camera on it, and it looks like this. It's very tiny. It is designed to annoy the heck out of your cat or your wife or your kids, or if your kids are driving it, annoy the heck out of you. Yes, it's a little RC car that comes with a remote, and you get FPV goggles with all of this. And the FPV goggles actually have a record function. I don't know why, but you can record your journey driving this around your house or outdoors in your backyard or front yard. You have to be on concrete, pavement, something hard. It will not drive in the grass, little wheels. Although I'm pretty impressed, it does have little shock absorbers. Let me see if I can show you the little shock absorbers here. If I push these wheels, see that? Little shock absorbers. And it does have proportional steering. And you do charge it up with a little USB cable at the bottom. This is your camera up top, the antenna is all there, and there is an on and off switch on the bottom. Let me show you the remote right here. This remote has a ton of buttons all over it and some pretty cool things. One of the cool things is that when you power it on, it comes with this little USB-C item. Let me put it under my little camera here. This little USB-C item right here, which is a charging unit, and you can pull it out and stick it in the base if you wish, if you don't want it to be sticking out. But if you leave it sticking out, you can then take your car and plug your car USB right into it like that. There we go. And if I power this on, there's a little on switch here. My car will come to life, everything comes to life, and it is charging up. So let me show you quickly the functions of the remote, because I'm going to drive it around here just so you understand what's going on. So right over here, get this in the camera, right over here you have your steering, that's your trim control. If your car is not driving, where's my car? If my car is not driving straight, it's going this way or that way, and you want to keep it straight, you can adjust the trim control so that the wheels stay straight when going forward. Then if I flip to the other side, you have your on-off switch right here. That powers your remote on. See, there it is. You get a little light flashing. So now it's on, and if I flick that off, it's off. And then over here, we have power plus and power minus. So one is to give you 100% throttle, and the other one's to give you about 70 or 75% throttle when you're pulling in the throttle and the brakes and all that stuff, and that's your steering control. Then if you look on top, we have a series of buttons as well. Over here, that would be your headlights. That's your bottom lights. Yes, there's lights under the car, and I'm trying to look over here. That's to turn on your FPV, because when you turn on the FPV, you use up more power, so you get less runtime, because the camera sucks a lot of power to shoot the VTX and all the video signal out this antenna. So you can turn it off if you just want to drive it around and not do the FPV. And what's the last one? Oh, that's for binding. That's your binding button, so you never have to use it. So next thing I'll do is I'll show you quickly how the remote and the car work together. So let's put the car down over here so my secondary camera can receive it. Take the remote, power it on, there we are. Then take our car and look for the on-off switch, which is really tiny. It's over here. I'm going to flick that. And there we go. We are on. You see all the lights flashing, and they should go solid because that we're connected to our remote. Let's put it down. Hopefully you can see the color shining on the bottom. So I should have steering functions, proportional steering for the forward wheels. And let me show you the light function. I'm going to try to leave this like this and show you. So that's headlights, but let me go bottom lights. They should change. There we go, we're changing colors. I think there's 4 different lights going from red to purple to blues and stuff like that. So I'll put on the brightest one. And then over here would be your headlights. So let me turn it this way, and tail lights. So headlights should be changing. There we go. There's a signal light. And there's another signal light right there. I think on the back you also have brake lights. Let me try. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, got a lot of lights on this thing. And I'll drive it nice and slow. There we go. We can see going around. Could you imagine if you had a cat? Well, if you do have a cat, you're going to have a blast with this thing. Next thing to show you is the goggles. Now, in the manual, it says there's 4 video channels. So that tells me that if you buy one of these and you have kids in your family and you want to buy one for every child, it sounds like you can only get a maximum of 4 of these, each on their own video channel. If you have 5 cars, it's probably not going to work because somebody's going to share video channels and you're going to get interference. So that's what I gather from the instructions. Now, these are full functioning FPV goggles with a DVR, the digital video item inside. And yes, you can play external video and there's sound and everything else. I don't know why they gave you such high quality goggles for this tiny little car. When I say high quality, I mean for box goggles, these are pretty good. You know, like a lot of FPV drone kits you don't usually get a DVR built in and other things. You get pretty basics. But this one, yeah, they went all out. So you have to put your own micro SD card in. They are rechargeable. You just plug them in, they charge up. That's no problem. Ooh, that brings me to something very important. This remote comes with an 18650 battery in the bottom. So here, I'll take it out. Oh, just pull this out. See, it's this huge thing. So let me bring it over to my little camera. There we go. There's an 18650 battery. Now, 18650 batteries are very common and they're all rechargeable. The problem is you cannot recharge this with what they give you here. You have to own a charging system for an 18650 battery. So I'll put a link to one below just in case you get that. It does say you can use 3 AAA batteries in here, but you need some sort of unit that is not included that they fit in to fit inside something that looks like this and goes inside. So back to the goggles really quick. They're really simple to use. There's a little menu button here. I'll just move my car out of the way. I'll show you over here. There's a little menu button here. You hold that down. That gives you power. And then if you look in the screen, there we go. We see what our car sees. That's not a picture. That's what this little car sees. It's automatically connected. It's so cool. See, I'm moving the, where's the car? I'm moving the car right here. So there you go. You put them on your head and you go drive around. And there is, right over here, you see it? There's a little button here. You can record, put a micro SD card in this slot, hit record. So I'm going to hit that record right now. Watch what happens. So if you look there, you'll see, I'm going to hold it down. You should see a red dot at the top. Oh, maybe you can't because the image is not that great. The red dot will start flashing. When it starts flashing, then it's recording. So now I should mention the obvious, or maybe not so obvious to some of you who are new to the RC hobby. If you wear glasses, box goggles like this probably don't fit over your glasses unless you have a small set of glasses with small rims. And if I take them off, I'm farsighted, which means that I can see items far away, clear as day, but if they're close, like my hand is blurry, so the screen's right here. So when I look in through here, I can still drive the car fine, but I can't make out small, minute objects. So anyways, let me put it on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to drive it with this, blind as a bat. Drive it around here. Where's my controller? There we go. And I can just drive along. It's recording here, so I will show you what it records. There we go. I'm going to go super slow because, once again, I'm blind as a bat, so I'm turning around here. Going this way, smashing through cars that are in front of me. I just don't want to go off the table. Going backwards. There we go. Let's see if I can bring it back into the picture. And go around this way. And there we go. Almost off the table. So it's kind of ridiculous what I'm showing you here is because I'm blind. I can't see anything. Yeah, smash into all the little cars I stuck there. Okay, to help out my little goldfish brain, I pulled out the specifications. So the screen in here, oop, I just hit a bunch of buttons. The screen in here is a 4.3 inch screen, 16 by 9, 800 by 480 resolution. So the micro SD card that you put in here, it says it should be a 32 gig or less. It says it records, your DVR records at 30 frames per second, the video, which is really good. It says if you wish to record sound, it's selectable on or off. I don't know if I have it on or off. It says this remote control is a 5-channel remote control, and it says the distance that it can transmit from the remote to your car is about 30 meters. I'll put what that is in feet. And the most important thing people want to know is what's the runtime if you fully charge this little baby up. It says it can run for 20 minutes. Now, one thing that's really good about an analog video transmission system is that, so you have your display in your goggles here. So that's what my little car sees, which is pretty cool. You can have one child in your house wearing these goggles. And if you're already in the hobby of FPV and you own a set of goggles, any type that are analog, well, you can tune into the same signal. So I have my Fat Sharks here. I'm going to tune into the same signal. I'll just tell it to search. So since I can see super clear through my Fat Sharks, I'm going to put those on. And I'm going to record the video in these ones. There we go. The red light is flashing up top. Can you see it in this camera? It's right at the top of the screen. Okay, so the display is much better for me to see stuff through here. Now I can drive much better. Stay on the road. Go this way around the cars. Yeah, there we go. Now I can drive much better. Whoa, I crashed into another car. Smash through them? No, can't smash through them. There we go. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Try to get around them. There we go. So this is pretty cool. If you had kids, they would have a blast with this. Obviously, this little FPV camera, this pinhole FPV camera, requires an awful lot of light for you to get an image. So here I am driving around. You can do it. I can go pretty well now. No problem. And you want to see how fast I can go? Okay, hang on a sec. Go backwards. Go this way. I'll see how fast I can loop around. Crazy man. Ah, off the table. Oh, look, I'm on the floor. Let's see. Can I keep driving? There we go, going through my house. I don't have any lights on in the house, so it's not going to look that great. Look at this. It's not too bad. The signal is going through all the walls, all the way down the hall. I'm going to go through some more hallways here. And yeah, now the signal's got to go really far now. I'm down in the laundry room. Oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty good. It's still getting the signal. Wow. That's pretty decent. All right. And this is darkness. I don't have any lights on in the house. It's dull outside because it's a dull, overcast, rainy day. Let's go into the kitchen area. There we go. We're passing me, heading to the kitchen. I'm not full blast, that's for sure, because it will go really fast. Here, I'll go full blast down the hallway when I turn around and come back. So let's go under stuff, because that's the whole idea of these little cars. You don't want to go around things. And here we go, full blast. Whoa, look at it go! It's too fast. All right, guys, next thing I'll show you is what comes in the box, so check this out. This is the box your Q25 comes in. First item we see in the box would be a keychain, followed by an instruction booklet. Next we have a series of stickers, followed by another keychain and a USB cable, well actually several USB cables to charge up all your items. The little FPV car comes in a jewel case, and when you take it out of the jewel case it looks like this, which it actually looks quite awesome for its size. You can have a lot of fun with this. Next you receive the controller, and it does have an 18650 battery in it that is already charged. Final item would be your FPV goggles. Now if you have a drone, you can use these goggles with any analog drone. Also included are AV cables, extra antennas, and more USB charging cables. Simply connect the two antennas, then power on your FPV goggles, power on the car, power on the remote, and everything works right out of the box. Have fun! There we go, you're back to me. Can you see me in this little tiny FPV camera? There we go. I'll move this away and it will focus back on me. I was filming myself with this little camera. So there is something interesting here. I'm not familiar with this company here. It's SNICLO Design. It says it right on the side here. But I am extremely familiar with this company. This is the company that made me aware of this little car. That's Diatone. Diatone makes get that out of the way. Diatone makes high quality FPV quads that I review on this channel many times. They make some of the best FPV quads known to man. So they must have partnered with this other company to make this little, this little car, which is pretty cool. So they have their FPV technology in this with the controller and the goggles. So that would tell me that this is a good quality product, and also that if you have any issues, you know, you're dealing with a big name brand, so if you have any issues, they probably will support it well. So with all that said, I'm going to put links to this product below. Go check it out. If you have questions on this car, post them below. I'll get back to you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the future with many more RC car reviews for RC Car Week. Still one more review to come. Stay tuned. Bye.